gonna be a cold and long night, or morning. Oh, I love it. Currently about 4:15 in the morning. I actually got to get a decent amount of sleep. I was originally supposed to go out around 3, but snow didn't start enough. So I got to get about an hour extra sleep. Worked about 63 hours this week. Just finished last night. So it's we're running a little bit on empty, but let me get it done. Oh, I can't stand when that shit happens. All right. It is currently 8:30. Been at this for about 4.5 hours. I was on the phone for a good while, so I didn't record much. I haven't done many properties either. And I've been having trouble. This plow truck that I'm using for my family friend, as you can see, the hot wire for the controller is messed up, and it just shut off again. So I've been fighting that. So trying to record and fight this at the same time and try and be efficient is a little bit difficult. So we're gonna do what we can. See, it just turned off again. So I've been trying not to freak out, and just kind of going through it. Oh, that's a curb. So this one I already did. This is the one that I started at this morning, and there's already a decent amount down now. So we'll try and get a little closer to that curb. There we go. And controller's off again. But it is a Sunday, so I don't have work today anyway. They did, in fact, cancel work for the guys that are supposed to work Sunday. So I had two of the guys that usually work Sundays come in yesterday, which is, I'm usually the only one, and they helped me out, which was lovely. And I still had a late day, and then got home at about 8:30. I think it was like 8:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. And then ate some food real quick, went to bed, woke up, started plowing, and here we are. But I've seen a couple of fuel trucks go by, not ours. See, it does it again, and it's always the worst times, like when you're trying. I'm trying to be efficient here, and it's off again. So I've been sitting here getting pretty frustrated dealing with this, as you can probably hear and imagine. So potentially what might happen as well is, because I had one other guy that actually I work with was interested in plowing. They only had one other truck though, and my other friend that I had, because we needed the help, took that one. So potentially, so the guy that runs the company told me that we don't necessarily need 4 trucks in this area, which now of course we're trying to play catch up. Tokyo. And so what might happen is I might grab him if he's interested, and he'll take this truck that I'm driving, and I'll go home and grab my pickup truck, because I have my plow. And the only reason I'm not using that is because his insurance company wasn't keen on having my truck on these properties. But in order to keep up with the storm, you're gonna have to do what you gotta do. I mean, I'm insured, I have insurance, and so if that's what we have to do to stay on top of it, that's what we gotta do. And you may be asking yourself, Kyle, why the heck are you just doing circles like this? Because to me, I can gun it around the building faster than I can backing up through those drive-throughs. It just, like, I'd be still creeping my way through right now, and I can't really see anything out of these mirrors. They kind of suck. And I'll fix that snowbank in a second. But this is just kind of what I've been doing the past couple hours. Just plowing away. What does he want? Oh, of course he gets a 2-hour break. He's been out since 2 though, so he's been doing it a little bit longer. Yeah, and then that beautiful, I don't know if it shows up on camera, that beautiful crack right there, or scratch, was because when I got out at the last stop, or last property, to get out and shovel, the passenger side wiper fell off. So, of course, I'm walking around the building, shoveling, and I come back and I hear, like, this screeching metal on metal sound, and one of the other guys that is running the center steer pusher, I thought it was him, and it in fact was not. It was the wiper arm scraping against the windshield, and that was the result. So pop that back on, Oh, come on. There we go. Sometimes you just get to manhandle it over the curb. I don't usually do that, but... And it's off again. Off again. Push you over there. Because what we're gonna do. That's the other thing, is I like running my own equipment. I like running my own stuff to do things because I know my stuff works, and I make sure because this is something that shouldn't happen, and you know, I'm not going to be a pain in the ass about it, but it would be nice to have it not do this. I'll try and get some more footage of, like, I have my suction cup mount and everything like that. I got my selfie stick that in last year's plowing video that I had, I was sticking it out the window to get some like windrow footage, and I thought that was pretty cool. I could be completely wrong. You guys might hate that, but you know, just trying my best out here. That's the curb. We'll go around there one more time. And then we can start working on this Maine stuff. Basically, we're just trying to keep up with it right now. I mean, we're supposed to get... we've easily gotten 5 to 7. But, for those that haven't plowed before, at this point, with the amount of properties that I've got to keep up with, all you're trying to do right now in the you know, main time of the storm is just keep things open and clear. There's no detail, like all these little windrows and stuff. I'm gonna come back later, and I'll be back here another probably 2 or 3 times anyway. And it goes off again. This thing's pissing me off. I'll be back here another 2 or 3 times anyway, easily. So like all of this was completely clear about 3 hours ago, which obviously 3 hours is a decent amount of time, but you know, one guy, by the time I'm going to the town next door, which in Maine it's miles, it's like the other properties I'm doing are like 12 miles away. There's 5 here, and then I'm helping out the owner of the company. He's over in the town over, and he's got a huge senior citizen living thing, assisted living facility. I think it's not a nursing home. I don't, unless those are the same thing. But they have shift changes, and it's really important for them to have their stuff constantly cleared. So he's got about 5 properties up there as well, but he's mainly focused on taking care of that nursing home. So I got to shoot up there and help him and bail him out there, which is why we might end up calling my buddy to come take over this truck, because otherwise we're just going to be here for years. But I'll catch up with you guys in a few minutes. I'm just gonna let this camera cool down. This is the fun part. And this is the stuff you really want to try and keep up with. Who needs the gym when you can shovel? Where's the edge of that? There. Now, being the first big storm of the year, it's not too bad. You can just flick it. But as the season goes on, and these banks get higher, if the snow doesn't melt, then you gotta throw it up 3 feet, sometimes, depending how much there is. One down, 3 or 4 to go. Literally, as I shut the camera off, broke my shovel. Make sure no one's behind us. And don't get it twisted. Plowing is fun. I do like it. Where are you going, boss? Oh, you're turning. Nice blinker. Plowing is fun. I do like it. It does get old after a little while once you're doing it. And you know, you gotta deal with some annoyances and stuff like this controller turning off all the time. But on days that you were supposed to, like today would have been my day off, and tomorrow, Monday, is also my day off. So on days where, like my buddy that I have at the other town, he's helping the other crew out. Oh, we almost got stuck there. He works Thursday to Saturday at a dealership, so he makes full-time hours because he's flat rate, so he gets paid by the job. But you know, on days where you're supposed to potentially have no work, instead of sitting at home, you know, you can make some money. So once you go through all the crap and the annoyances and stuff, when you get the paycheck as a little extra bonus money, it's nice. Plus, I don't really do much on my day off anyway, so. And then one of the guys that's running the loader, he should be over here. He's finishing up one of the places that I was working on. He came in to get some of the tight spots, so he's going to be coming over here in a little bit, and I'm going to have him do that top lot just because it's doable with a truck. It's just a pain in the ass backing onto this road there. And this is where I wish I was in my truck, because my plow has a back drag edge. So I don't think you can really see it. Well, this is actually back dragging pretty good. But a lot of the times the plow won't pick up everything, or it'll like leave a smear. And mine's got the back drag edge, so it's another blade facing like this right on the back of the cutting edge. For those of you that don't plow and don't know what I'm talking about. So with the plow, your cutting edge is facing like this forward. And when you try and back drag with it, you're pulling with a slanted blade. So it doesn't necessarily do the best job. I mean, it's doable because like all of this, you got to back drag. But if you have a back drag edge, you got the blade facing like this, but then you also have another blade facing backwards that helps you with scraping backwards. And that's good for, you know, driveways that you do where the like if these two Jersey barriers were garage doors and you have nowhere to push to the side and you got to back drag the driveway, you just plop up and scrape and you don't have to worry about nothing. Now, a lot of people don't run back drag edges on V-plows, and I actually, before I bought mine, didn't even know that they had them for V-plows. I thought they were only for straight blades. And now that I have one, when I have a plow that doesn't have one, it's not the same. But, you know, we're working with what we got. And my controller doesn't shut off all the time. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. But I use, because I keep this truck at my house, I use my truck to plow my driveway because I like it better. And, you know, I spent the money on the plow. I want to use it. And hopefully this is pointing out the windshield. So now that I've back dragged this section, I can spin around and then push everything back that way. And last year, so those Jersey barriers weren't there, and it was probably like 2 o'clock in the morning, because I got a sander in the back. I don't know if you can see it. 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm tired. We had plowed for like 10 hours, and I'm just doing my thing, and I was going backwards, and I was in a dump truck last year, for those of you that had seen that video, and I hated it. It was one of those newer Chevys. I'm a Ford guy, and I couldn't see anything out of the mirrors, and so when I backed up, the stone wall that's behind those Jersey barriers, I kind of gave it a love tap. Well, it was a little bit harder than a love tap, I guess. And when you look at a sander, it's got the spinner on the back that throws the sand everywhere, and it was bent, and the spinner wheel would get caught on the frame that's around it because it was bent in. And I was pissed and started flipping out because I was angry. I was already annoyed. So then I called up my buddy who owns the company, and he was like, "Nah, you're good. That's already," he's like, "it's already been bent like that. It was messed up and the shaft was broken and stuff, so you didn't break anything," which was perfect. It still sucked that I love tapped the wall, but you know, stuff like that happens. Like the other property, I clipped a I clipped a 4x4, how people have the 4x4s around like stone garden things. And you know, it's just, stuff happens. Time to crack open the Red Bulls. Plowman's best friend. And now we're coming up to the place that I messed up their little 4x4. I also have played with the controller, and what I've noticed is when you wiggle it, it's almost like there's a wire loose somewhere, because when you wiggle it, well, of course it doesn't do it that time, but the more movement the controller has, that's when it ends up doing a thing. Of course, the snow's blowing right in here. There's nobody on this road ever, and then of course, as soon as I pull in and do my first pass, everybody decides that they want to come over here. You, sir, can wait. I can't see. And that truck wasn't there this morning, but right to the left of that truck is where that 4x4 was. Jeez, I literally can't see anything. I guess the benefit is we don't necessarily have to go all the way next to that truck. I might end up still doing it just to make the pass. I'll probably just do one, just to say that I did it, and so the customer doesn't complain. But I don't like plowing next to cars if I don't have to. And I'm so used to having a trailer behind me, driving the semi, whenever I try and back up, I just drive like I have a trailer on, and it screws me up. I've almost hit so many things plowing, but I haven't, and I don't plan on it, so we'll like to keep it that way. Oh, I guess one of the guys did come back here and do a pass, because there's the truck was here. Obviously there's a decent amount of snow on it, and I can see that there was one pass made next to it. this is pretty much all you do. For those that haven't plowed before, you just kind of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you want to be easy on the transmission. So this isn't my truck, so I'm gonna take extra care of it because I don't want to beat the crap out of it. But when you're pushing, you don't want to slam into those snowbanks. You don't want to be throwing the truck in reverse or drive before you stop. It just causes unnecessary wear to your transmission. And you know, that stuff's expensive. So if you're planning on plowing with your own equipment, these are just things to keep in mind to make sure that your equipment has a wonderful and lengthy life, because you know, this stuff ain't cheap. Trucks are, you know, for newer ones are like 60,000 for, depending on the year with the miles and if it's a diesel or not. You know, transmissions can be thousands of dollars. Front ends can be messed up from plowing if you're beating the crap out of snowbanks and everything. All right, it is now almost 5:40, and we're still plowing. We've gotten at least a foot, if not, I'd say 18 inches. And it just keeps coming down. It won't stop. I'm trying not to stack up this snow on these corners here, but I got nowhere else to put it. Oh, don't tell me you're coming over here. I just plowed this. Oh, oh no. You fucking donkey. Whatever. Job security, right? Would you believe that I did this about an hour ago? This is ridiculous. On the grass. Yeah, and then one of the other properties I go to, right where I push, I don't know if I was filming there, there's a car just parked. No one knows whose it is. Come on, boss, get out of my way. Jeez. Oh, another city truck, woohoo. I don't even know how many inches of snow are right here. The question is, can I get down to bare pavement? Everybody's got to be out right now too, like I don't get it. That's about as bare pavement as we're gonna get. Retract that a little bit. I can't see because of the stupid window sticker. So if you guys are planning on having your own plowing company and you want to have your truck lettering, don't put a sticker on your window. You will regret it. might look nice, but it's a pain in the ass. All right, it is now 12:15 a.m. Monday. I have been plowing for 20 hours and loving life. Oh, that's awesome. So this is a vet office, so this is pet friendly, rock salt. That way it doesn't get stuck in their paws. We're not going to use this over there because that's all frozen. Hopefully not all of these are frozen, because otherwise we're screwed. Awesome. You're frozen too. Let's try this again. Some people don't leave the caps all the way on, and customers here will use them as a legitimate trash can. Come on, please don't be frozen. Oh, thank the good Lord. We'll just load this up because I don't trust the other bin. Easy transport and easy flicking. If you're close enough, you can just rattle the spreader. But if you have to take a little bit of a hike, it's the way to do it. It's all on the flick of the wrist. It's good fun when the wind's blowing and you get a nice taste of salt. Alright, that property's done. And then he just salted the other one. So all we gotta do is finish back dragging that last road straight ahead where that light is. The road there. We're gonna back drag the driveways, or he's gonna back drag the driveways, and I'm gonna push the piles up to the back end of the road, and then we're done. And then we can go home and go to bed and contemplate moving to Texas and repeat. And I stopped at the Irving, picked me up Gatorade, a chocolate milk, and some chocolate paydays. And I love chocolate paydays, and you can never find them anywhere. I actually found some at the dollar store the other day. And if you're a payday person, chocolate payday. I'm telling you right now, game changer. I never go back. It's kind of like the Holy Grail. So we're just cleaning up the openings of these roads so this road here, I don't know how well it's going to be picking up, but so off to my right here, this is a town road, and then this road is the main entrance of the condo complex. So you got the big plow trucks with the wings coming down here, and behind me is their turnaround. So they run down here with the wing and then turn around back over there. So all these ones over here we back dragged earlier, stacked it up in that pile straight ahead. But right now I'm just gonna open up this visitor parking spot a little bit and not slide into the gate, hopefully. Oh, that's why my freaking controller turned off yet again. And this place, whoever designed this layout sucks. Because you're constantly dodging mailboxes. Constantly dodging mailboxes and trying to turn around in here and back drag driveways is just a nightmare. And they, of course, this is turning off yet again. I was doing so good. These turnarounds, they don't need to be, I mean, there's no way for us to get them unless we used a giant blower, which we do not have. And they're not super particular about it. And those are some pretty beefy guardrail railing things, whatever you want to call it. One final swing this way, push you, slide a little bit, slide a little bit more, pull it in here, and this is exactly what I mean, like trying to turn around in here is just so much fun, especially with a dump truck. So yeah, for those of you who want to get into snow plowing, this is what you can look forward to sometimes. Get up at 4, leave your house at 4, and then get back to your house around 4. And yeah, I mean, it isn't terrible. It's really the only time I don't like it is when the snow is constantly coming down and you're scrambling and rushing. Like we were scrambling and rushing, scrambling and rushing to get these properties done because we're doing 5 of them. And then there's like 3 other groups that are doing other properties. So it's just, there's not enough bodies for the amount of properties. And so when it's coming down, it was honestly, I mean, I'm being a little bit more of a, I can't even think because my brain's so fried. Stretching the truth, whatever I'm trying to say. We were getting like 3 inches an hour. Like by the time you did one and came back, it was all covered. It was gross. Do one final push right here. And And then we'll go bang out that last road once he fires up that Bobcat. All right, so it is now Tuesday. That storm previously you saw was Saturday into Sunday, and I was out for 22 hours, and now it is just about 9:30, and we got another. Allegedly, it's like 2 to 5 inches, and it's going to turn to rain at midnight. So we're kind of scrambling to get our shoveling and everything done, so that we don't have to shovel this slush wet. Usually what I do last year, like that pile there, there was only one dumpster last year, and I was able to push a lot more where this left dumpster is. So now what I'm going to do is just plow out this little section here, and I'm going to turn around and push everything the opposite direction. And we'll back drag this. So I apologize if this isn't the best camera view. I can't really tell, and I'm sitting kind of high. Didn't work like I wanted it to, but we're gonna work with it. The problem with these XV1s is you can't really see where the wings are, so you can't tell if it's, you know, completely V'd out. I mean, you can kind of with the little sticks, but the XV2 has a lot higher wings. So we'll just start windrowing this way. Now, technically speaking, it's illegal to push across the street. However, that is a property we also do. As you can see, he's in the loader over there. So I was instructed to push across the street. So if there's any comments about, oh, you're not supposed to push across the street, I'm aware. I don't usually do that. This is the only place I'll do that. And it's coming down fast. I mean, it started like an hour ago, and probably an hour and a half ago at this point. But I do in fact have work tomorrow. I had work today. I got out a little earlier than I usually do. I got back to the shop around 5 o'clock. So I got home about 6, which was nice. Or I got home at like 5:30, I think. So I had a little bit of time to rest before I had to come out here, but this stuff picked up real quick. And we're going on at a little bit faster of a pace than I normally do, just because I told him that I could only stay out till 11 the latest, just because I do in fact have work tomorrow. So I want to help them out as best we can. The nice thing is the guys the crew that does the coast, a couple of the coast properties, they're only getting rain. So we got the two of them, my buddies that came and plowed with us for his first time during that last storm. He's not out just because he's sick with this bug that's going around. But we got the other two Maine guys that are the full-time employees at this company. The owner and one other full-time guy, and then the other full-time previous owner, the dad, is at another set of properties, so they're helping him right now. And then they'll jump in, so we do at least have some extra set of trucks with us, which is nice. And the nice thing is also, it is nighttime, so we don't have to worry about cars and everything like that. But being that it is a Tuesday, everywhere will be open tomorrow. So that's kind of why we have to get everything squared away tonight. But like I said, it's supposed to turn to rain about midnight. So hopefully we're taking the gamble that the rain washes it away. And I stopped filming the previous storm just because it was getting hectic. But I did in fact get stuck. I don't know if I had explained that in the video at all, but I got stuck. I didn't take any pictures because there was a fence, and forgive me if I already explained this, I'll see it when I'm editing, but I had never been to the property without snow, and that's kind of the golden rule. But so the ground sloped down about 3 feet before the fence. So when I was trying to pull the bank away from the fence so that we didn't damage it, I slid and got stuck down that little ravine, and needless to say, there was a fence there. But it's okay, things happen. So this is property number 2 that I'm doing. And this is coming down a lot faster than I thought it was going to, which is unfortunate. Because my forecast said a coating to an inch. And then another one said 2 to 5. The big boss said 2 to 5. But who knows, because the last storm that we got was supposed to be 1 to 3 and we got 18. So, who knows? And there is, it's like probably a foot wide, like decorative rock bed that goes around all of these parking spots, which is a nuisance for when you're plowing, especially when you're trying to go fast. There they are. So then you just kind of, you see them in the summertime and it's just rocks everywhere, but he told me that it's fine because they take care of it. There they are. Alright, this one's good for now. He can touch it up with the loader. And we're on to the next one. Alright. So I've already shoveled this one. Jeez. Got the heat blasted to keep the windshield defrosted. I love banks. I love plowing banks. So much fun. Push you like that. We'll get you on the next one. So many curbs and there she is. So we'll do a couple laps of that, push that all over, and then we'll come and do this. Alright, and then we'll take this guy, and we gotta make sure we're squared up. And you can ride over until you feel the curb, which is right there. And you just gotta watch your mirror. That is satisfying though, the windrows. And I'm not doing this because I like pulling that from that curb back the way that we're coming from. And then all that stuff is going to come over to our left. And there's the curb. Alright, I don't know how well you can see me right now, but I just went to the second to last place, that bank with that stupid little curb in the middle. And one of the guys from the coast crew had already plowed it, so I helped him shovel off the walk real quick, and it's actually perfect timing because I didn't want to do that place anyway. But so we're going to the last commercial property, the one that I got stuck at, which we're not going to get stuck again because I know where it was. We're going to bang that out, and there's like maybe 5-10 feet of walkway to shovel, so we'll just shovel that last. And then we got a residential, and then it's 10:30 right now, just about, so I'm going to have to clock out, but they'll be able to manage themselves. So I got about 5 minutes before I get there, so I'll catch up with you guys then. Alright, let's get this bad boy banged out. And not get stuck again. So we're gonna stay away from that section of fence. So let's go in that direction, but that's okay, we got some time. To that car. But now, for those of you that are interested in plowing, I would definitely say go out and do it. It is fun. It does suck at sometimes, but like, I feel like it's the same with everything, you know. It's nice, especially right now, like, I don't have anybody to talk to, but like with my buddies out plowing, or One of the guys from Old Dominion is running line haul, and it's not snowing, he's still running. You know, if you're chatting with someone the entire time, it's not as bad. It's when you're trying to keep up with the snowfall like we were with that last storm, it's kind of miserable. But once it stopped at about 9 o'clock at night, it might have been like 7-ish, it was back to Zen mode. Like, we were just taking our time, and I enjoy it. This is definitely not for everybody. Believe me, it's definitely not for everybody. But I can tell you what, I can tell you that it is in fact good money, and it's worth the paycheck. Especially if you go out and get your own contracts, which I just bought a house actually. And we're closing in February, and it's about an hour away from my dad and my stepmom's house where I'm living right now. And I won't be able to do this anymore because I'm not driving an hour to get here at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's just not going to happen. So I have a plow on my truck, and I plan on, you know, picking up a contract and doing my own thing next winter, hopefully, God willing. But that's the plan. So that right straight ahead, you can see where I got stuck, I hope. So we got one more pass, and then we're staying clear away from there. And everything underneath, when we had plowed it, was just a sheet of ice, so it didn't help, and I just slid right off. And I got brand new tires on this truck too, so it was just unfortunate circumstances. Other way, and there is a marker right there that I can see a little bit, and I'm trying to keep intact. I don't know, did we expose it? It's right at that little mound to the left. We'll go and clean this up. I would not want to be driving my semi right now, even though it's 100,000 pounds. That's a 100,000 pound skid missile. Oh, thank you. I mean, props to the drivers that unfortunately have to work in these kind of conditions. You just got to take your time and don't rush. And be careful. That looks like crap. We'll fix that. Where's that fence? Oh, there she is. Oh, there's the marker. We don't want to be in park. All right, now we'll shovel this out and then we'll be good. Oh yeah, it's getting heavy. Oh, come on. Come on. Now these shovels are good for pushing and it rolls, not good for scooping. All right, we got residential and then we're heading out of here, going to bed.